Just thinking about these new car leases and how certain companies, not very many, but most companies, if you go to their website and you look up current deals or current lease deals, you can find out specific lease deals that are nailed down. And these are really unique in the auto industry. People say, "Oh, they also have big rebates on the new cars." They do, and that can work out in your favor too. The big difference is there's a lot of variables on the purchase that are not nailed down, like the sale price. Well, that's a pretty big thing. These leases are calculated at everything is nailed down. So you know how much down you're putting. They're closed-in leases, so when you turn the car in at the end of the term, whether it be 24, 27, 36, 39 months, you know exactly the terms. There's no surprise. And you know what your payment's going to be almost to a T. I'll give you an example. I bought a Subaru Impreza, and they're one of the only companies that does a sign and drive. What is a sign and drive? A sign and drive is you walk in with zero down, you sign the contract, and you know what your monthly payment is. Volkswagen was the king of this. Volkswagen used to do this all the time. Now, apparently, Subaru has taken over, and Subaru does these all the time. So I got a brand new Subaru Impreza, and you do have to pay attention to the MSRP on these because the spec car, let's just say there's a 2020 special on a brand new Impreza base model, and they'll list the MSRP. Let's say that MSRP is 19,950, 19,950. And they'll say the lease is 36 months, zero down, I can't remember what it is. It's like 220 or 230 or 240. It's very inexpensive. In fact, it's one of the least expensive leases out there. So the only variable that's not included, and the only reason they do it is Subaru would have to do some extra work to figure out the exact payment per state, is the variable of sales tax. So they'll have everything in that deal but sales tax. Well, I actually worked a lease and manipulated a little bit and played with adding a little money down. And I got a Impreza Sport, pretty nice little wagon. And in my contract, I had put $316 down, and I got $316 a month. Well, come to find out, to Subaru Motor Company's credit, they were bothered that I had leased a vehicle in their sign and drive lease program, and I had put money down on it, and that somehow that slipped through the dealership network. And the dealer actually had me come up there and re-sign the deal, and they actually took that down payment I put and they put it towards one of my payments. So anyway, it's pretty crazy. But what's my point? My point is, when you have a lease deal and you're looking at the lease amount on there, there's very little wiggle room for a dealer to wiggle out of that deal. When you have a car deal where it's a purchase and it's like $5,000 or $6,000 off the price, well, or rebate, you'll get that rebate. But what are they selling you the car for? And I know you can negotiate the price on a lease too, but what I'm saying is these are kind of semi-cherry deals. I'll give you an example. On a brand new 2020 Tacoma, post-crisis, world epidemic, you can get a brand new Toyota Tacoma. I'm not sure if it's a half cab or a double cab, and I know there's a huge difference between the two, but for example, on that deal, you can get that truck for $2,000 down, $199 a month, and that's going to be plus tax. So let's say tax is $25, $35 a month. So you're getting a brand new Toyota Tacoma for $235 a month with $2,000 down. That's only for 24 months on that particular deal. Another thing is some of these the cool thing about leasing a car is you're nothing's going to happen that's not out of warranty. These leases are typically designed so the car is protected under warranty during the terms of the lease. Subaru had a program going when I just leased that car. I can't remember if I think it's a 2020 I leased actually. It was free oil changes for 2 years. So, you're very little out of pocket that's going to come your way with that car. I gave a review on that car too, and I'll do some more videos on these leases. There's a guy on YouTube named Ari Jennison, and he has a real cool channel. You might check that channel out. Leases are very poorly understood, and there was a time when leases were terrible, and leases can still be terrible, and some brands don't really advertise leases well. Ford, a great example, and other brands like Volkswagen and Mazda and Toyota and Honda do a lot of leases. Well, when I worked in the car industry, both in Seattle and Austin, a good half of the finance department, these are the guys that work the deals in and out, would lease their cars. So if it was such a stupid thing to do, why would these guys do it? Given you have to be a person that drives a limited number of miles, and you kind of know how many miles roughly you drive. You have a record of it. So you're not going to go grossly over or grossly under. Anyway, I'll continue this theme later. Thank you.